Hey guys, what's up? Brad Pickett here. I want to do a quick live about what I call my seven-figure wake-up call. This one's going to be kind of hard for me. Basically, I've always pushed in business really hard, and I've been going after the money, going after success, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Been doing real estate for a long time, and last year I finally hit seven figures, which was a really big deal for me because I'd worked really hard for that. And the problem is it didn't make me happy. So I work really hard and I get to this point where I reach seven figures in 1 year and I'm like, okay, this doesn't really make me happy. And I look back at that time, and even during one of my very best months during the last year, that was 2018, when I had an extremely lucrative month in terms of money, I look back and I realized, man, I wasn't even happy. I didn't like who I was surrounded by. I didn't like the situations in my life. So I know we've all heard that money doesn't buy happiness, but to actually experience it, so I get all the way through and I get to this point and I reach my goal and I find out, man, I'm not really happy. And I do a lot of coaching for people. I still run real estate and I'm going to continue to grow my businesses. But what I found is that for me to actually help people and to coach more on like mindset and limiting beliefs is so much more important for me. Like for instance, I do a lot of real estate coaching and I still will do a lot of real estate coaching, and I can help people like make $30,000 in a month. I just did that for a student. He made 30 grand in his first month, and that's rewarding and that's a good thing, but that doesn't really change that person too much. If I can help somebody overcome their limiting beliefs and I can help somebody overcome maybe some programming that they have in their life that's affecting them, it can help them not only make a lot more money, and I can still coach them on real estate, not only make more money, but it can help them be a better father, a better mother, a better brother. It can help their health get better. It can help them be a better person, and they can actually affect people in their lives. So when I found myself coaching real estate, it was always the same thing over and over again. And like I say, I'll continue to coach real estate because I'm really good at it, but it's always the same questions, the same thing over and over, and it's a lot less rewarding. But when I coach people on actually working towards something better in their life and helping them overcome limiting beliefs and programming that's been bothering them their whole life, and seeing them totally change their life to where they're actually happy and finding their happiness, it's like a completely different reward. Like for me, it gives me a tremendous amount of energy. Whereas the real estate just, I'm always going to do it and I use it to make money. It's just one of the verticals that I use to make money to fund my lifestyle. But what I found is that when I found my actual purpose is to help people and to help them grow in ways bigger than just showing them how to make money. So I've had a lot of people say, hey, Brad, what's going on, man? You're talking about all this mindset stuff. You're talking a lot less about real estate. And I just want to come on here and explain it. I did the real estate thing and I'm going to continue to do it, but it just didn't reward me the way that I thought it would. So as I've switched over into coaching and helping people, it's changed my life. It's made me like super happy. And the more people that I help, the better that it makes me feel. So it actually gives me a purpose. So I guess the moral of the story is, guys, if you've got something in your life that you know you're good at and that you really want to do, figure out a way to start doing it, because it will give you so much energy and it'll help the people around you. Everybody has a gift, but it takes a lot of courage to go out and do it. It takes a ton of courage for me to get on here and talk about this kind of stuff. I'm known as a real estate investor, firefighter, tough guy, whatever. But to get on here and talk about, coaching people through limiting beliefs and through things like that, that takes a lot of courage. But for me to do that, I'm able to affect a lot of people and actually change people's lives, which in turn makes me feel really, really good. So if you guys have something, if you have a gift, figure out a way to share it, figure out a way to implement it. Maybe you start small. I mean, for me, I started with the elephant in the room and I started just talking about these things and getting them out there. I mean, everybody is affected by the world that we live in. I mean, you walk outside and anytime we're in front of a group of people, we just stare at our phones. Not because we have someone to talk to, but because we don't want to interact with other people. So the world's in a tough place, and for me to be able to do this, I think is, or I know is a lot more rewarding for me. And I hope that you guys can gather something from it. If you've got something you're good at, go after it, chase it, and figure out a way to contribute, because that can be your best contribution towards this world, and we really need it right now. All right, thanks.